Right. So this is an awesome build against specific heroes, and this game has 3 of them.
Now that's what I call a competitor.
This is like a hidden gem in the Moira build strategy. I won't go into it in too much detail. I want to let it be a bit more of a surprise, but there's specific items and powers that are really good against certain heroes. And some of you who watch many of my other videos may already get it, but we'll see. It'll come into play a bit later on. So right now we're looking at our team composition. We've got Sigma, Cassidy, Freya, Mercy, and I. And that means that Mercy's able to do quite a lot of healing unless they're pocketing the Freya. So we're going to find ourselves mostly pairing up with the Sigma. We're against Ryan, Genji, Soldier, Kiriko, and Lucio.
Welcome to the armory. What tactics will the teams come up with?
So immediately, very easy decision for me to pick Phantasm. We also get Armored Vest and Power Playbook, and we buy Charge Plating. But we realize that looking at the map, we're going to be doing a lot of regular grasping, so just getting the attack speed from Weapon Grease is probably better off on this map. But in other scenarios with Phantasm on long maps, Charge Plating is a really good option. So we're taking the time to look at our team's build, because, well, what else are we going to do in the setup time? Just having a look if it gives us some hints on what they're going, and maybe we can synergize something. Also going to look if any players are in a group, specifically the Mercy, because I want to know if the Mercy and the Freya are in a duo, because that's also going to impact maybe how the team plays. So yeah, it turns out they're not. It looks like both DPS are in the duo here. So yeah, this stage is actually quite good as well as a round 1 stage for Moira. There's a lot of opportunities to make money because it's a long map, and Moira gets kind of rich. So the longer the stage, the better items you're going to be able to get in round 2. Generally, of course. So because I got Phantasm, I want to go this route. I'm hoping that the team follow me, which they do. They've got Lucio, so they get speed, so they get here before us. We drop a Phantasm orb right in front of the team, so if anybody pushes down, they're going to get hit by it. Bounce a flat orb so that it kind of climbs up the stairs slowly. Place another Phantasm orb at the bottom of the stairs. That's hitting the Ryan as he pushed in and overextended, and he finds himself very, very weak. Gets taken down. Our damage orb's also following, but we've got to get our Sigma back up to health. Kiriko teleports over towards the team. We've got a Soldier in front of us, firing the orb over onto him, and Sigma gets the kill as well. Told you we'll be pairing a lot with the Sigma this game. So Genji there, we fire the orb anticipating that he's going to dash underneath to try and escape, but we didn't have it. So Lucio up the top right, Orion's here. Again, just place that Phantasm orb in front of the Ryan. It's very useful, just get some money, put a bit of damage out there. Sigma's taking some swings, but does get a rock over onto the Ryan, knocks him down. Enemy Lucio complaining about a kill from the Cassidy. So we hide in here, set a trap, Phantasm and damage orb, but Kiriko just, well, it was actually the clone, so it didn't do anything. As we're making some nice objective progress, Mercy's in a bit of trouble from a Genji, so we want to try and provide some healing, but healing a Mercy that's jumping around all over the place is kind of difficult, so let's just kill the Genji instead. Flat bounce the orb around the bot, so that if the Ryan's plan is to contest it for as long as possible, we can just yeah, kill him a bit quicker. And Sigma with another rock over onto the Genji. We're up there to get an assist with it. Now I want to make sure that we're moving the bot. Our Sigma's a little bit vulnerable here. Does opt to go out the window in front of us, which is nice, rather than going back the other way. And so since I got Phantasm set up in front, was considering hiding behind there, but instead we can just fade behind them and use Coalescence. We attack the Soldier. He has to fall back at least temporarily, and now we're trying to keep our Sigma alive, but he goes out of line of sight. Lucio's also got a beat here. Phantasm Orb's going to deal a bit of damage, but our Sigma gets taken down, as does our Mercy, so enemy team's going to have all the momentum. I want to play in this room because we can set all sorts of traps in here. Gives us a place to fade. You can hear that the Genji's chasing us. Now this would be nice to fight the Genji, apart from the fact that we're next to their spawn. So we try and fade through. And he, yeah. Well, he solo blades us. Fair enough. I'd do the same.
Don't let them push.
So enemy teams just started making their first bit of progress and we've nearly got it to the end. There's only 18 seconds left, so I think, yeah, we're in a good position to win this round. We just need to pretty much win one fight. Soldiers escapes out the back. We drop a little Phantasm Orb in front of the Rhine near the bot. We're just going to keep on doing that, really. They've got to stay on the bot, so if we just make sure that all of our orbs stay around there. So drop another one off here. Kiriko gets taken down. There's a Lucio bouncing around, so we anticipate he's got to go for the bot. And yeah, we get quite a bit of cash. It's not MVP. The Sigma takes that title. Sigma played really, really well. We both got 17 eliminations, 1 death. As I said, we were kind of paired with them, so we got quite a lot of the kills together. So, Nepal. Okay, can you guess this? Pause the video here. I didn't ask a question yet. Can you guess what item we're going to pick?
These teams are giving it their all for a
Liquid
shot at
nitrogen.
the win.
That's all we need. So, think about it. Why have I just picked only liquid nitrogen in this scenario? I mean, it's quite obvious. Liquid nitrogen slows down players. Well, look. Rhine. He needs to get up close and personal to swing to do some damage. Genji dashes in. Phantasm Orb with liquid nitrogen. Genji becomes a sitting duck. Lucio. Same thing. Wants to jump in and pressure you. Gets slowed down. You'll see the power of this combination early on against this kind of speedy, mobile team.
3, 2, 1.
We also said hello to the Mercy because I recognize their name as a high-ranked Mercy player, so just hello. So fire an orb over onto the point. It's Lucio, who's now bouncing around slowed, probably like, oh no. And I have no idea what actually hit me there. Like, no idea why my health got so low, but we faded when we heard all the hit sounds. So we tried to get in range to heal the Cassidy a little bit, and instead we decided to pressure back the DPS. Our Sigma gets low, we bounce a heal orb. That's not going to have any slowing effect. We really want to prioritize damage orbs here. And we need to fire another orb before we use our fade so that we can put a damage orb down with Phantasm. We should put one down there, but the Rhine was already dead. Soldiers going for a retreat. And yeah, we take the point. Guys, just one thing. If you're not subscribed and you want to see more videos, I've got to do the YouTuber thing right in the downtime. Here we set a trap. But no one bites. We're hoping that someone chases us into that room and we can double damage orb them. Yeah, as I was saying, if you feel like subscribing, it'd help me out. It helps for the channel to get to see more of the videos later on. And that would be very kind of you and I'd appreciate it. So we hear the Genji jumping around. Didn't have fade, so we couldn't drop one of those off. Instead we drop an orb off on the ramp. Mercy's in a bit of trouble. Give a little heal over time for that. And we were looking for flat bounces for the orbs here. Took a little bit of time to get one, but the flat bounce does take down the Genji. Now we slow the soldier with Phantasm. He's trying to run over towards the Mega. Now in comes Lucio beat. We're still playing around here. Flat bounce on there. Just, yeah, slow anyone who tries to engage up the ramp. Instead we fade. Try to get out the top. We don't quite make it. No need to go for the Mega because our health's quite good. Just need to plan an escape route in case somebody chases. But no, the enemy team opts to go for the point instead. Let's hide behind here again, baiting Phantasm. Genji comes in really early. We take off half of his health with that Phantasm and escape to safety. Lucio's now pressuring us. There's the Kiriko clone up there, so we're not going to do that much damage. Genji comes in again. We slow him down. Try to use that slow. Didn't quite finish off the Genji, but now there's the Lucio. Coalescence will also slow them, as this Lucio's about to find out. Couldn't quite escape and doesn't seem very happy about that in the chat. Phantasm off there just to prevent the Kiriko from going in and healing the Rhine. His clone gets taken down, so does the Kiriko. Now we're on the point. Block the ramp with Phantasm if we needed to. And, yeah, enemy Lucio seems to be a bit vibrant in the chat. Remember, the orbs are slowing Lucio here, so we pretty much deny them the direct route to get a touch on the point. Genji comes in, just in case they come for us, we fade because we didn't have vision of them. Yeah, Ryan comes in, shatters us, but the Genji's gone off, I think, to the Mega. Yeah, sounds like it. So Sigma's on the point. I'm not sure we're going to be able to do that much on our own here, but we're contesting the point. Just for the hell of it. Bounce, flat bounce orb. We fade, and then we decide, look, Lucio's going to chase. He'll push us off the map regardless, so let's just eliminate ourselves there. So enemy team on 58%. Ults are on the way for our team. We don't have them yet. Heard some footsteps up there, which is why we fired the damage orb. Don't think it connected with anybody. Just ping the Genji there just to let the team know that's where they were if they were looking for them. Lucio was low health, but we're not going to be able to finish him off. Soldier up top forces fade out of us over onto the Mega. I'd like to go up the top route, but again, we know the soldier's there and it's going to divert our attention, so we go main where we can just get a little peek on them. In comes Sigma ult. This might be enough, but a beat comes in from the Lucio. Flat bounce the orb, but we get eliminated. Coalescence is coming up quite shortly though, which is a shame. So that would work, but oh, the Mercy's Resonance. Flat bounce another orb. Fade for the Phantasm orb. Coalescence comes in. We're attacking the Kiriko, and then we get hit by the soldier rockets, which, I mean, yeah, right there, that Coalescence was a win condition. It would have been able to hopefully get some more kills, slow players down, and heal our team. Unfortunately, enemy team do pull around back. We do get MVP. But here, look at Kiriko's healing. Kiriko's putting out some crazy healing. And the thing about AP Lucio builds is they scale healing-wise. And to see Kiriko with that much healing early on, there's only one option for our next item. And it's not something I'd want to build, but that seeing that amount of healing influenced it. And we've got to go for Cyber Venom. So double debuffs just on Phantasm. Here we've got a decision. Since multiple would make sense, right? You go, okay, well, we'll apply the debuffs to everybody. But there's a chance, in fact, it's not a chance, it's almost a certainty at this stage in the season. Kirikos are all building the same, and they get that cleansing effect later on, which builds them ultimate. So instead, considering cross-orbal, where later on we could sell the debuffs if it becomes problematic, like we start feeding her too many ults. And multiple is only really good for applying the debuffs. If you're not debuffing players, then it's a completely worthless ability. It doesn't do anything. So yeah, considering cross-orbal, and we do opt for that, that makes a lot of sense. Could have also gone for something like Deconstruction or Chain Grasp, but figure now, look, let's lean into these debuffs and see how it goes. Always look at the enemy builds. Kiriko hasn't got that anti-debuff power yet, so that would come in round 5, and I swear every Kiriko build's exactly the same at this rank right now. Not sure whose build they're following, but everyone loves it. So fire an orb in the distance towards the soldier. Now Phantasm over near the Rhine. Fire another one bouncing off the back, but Rhine chases us, not a problem. We've got Fade, we don't let him get a swing. They still make him swing and miss. There's now another orb fired towards the enemy team. Rhine's really low, gets taken down. Genji dashes onto us, we slow him here. You see, he's completely helpless. Like, if he dashes onto you, he's just used his escape ability. It's like a Moira fading onto a Torbjorn turret or something, right? You hit your fade first, then you realize you land next to it and you go, oh. But it's kind of the same thing. If Genji dashes in and we've got Phantasm up with liquid nitrogen, they just can't escape. And yeah, they'll find that brutal. Same with the Lucio as well. That one I don't think connected with them. Try to provide a bit of healing onto the Sigma. Great rock again from the Sigma, who's playing a fantastic game. Phantasm should keep a lot of them inside that Sigma ult. I don't think we get any of them down directly with that, but Sigma finishes one off. As we attack the Genji, trying to attack the Genji before they kill the Mercy, and now the Genji's running. I don't think you can go that way, mate. Not if you've already used your wall climb. And yeah, I know people will say, hey, look, why don't you heal the Mercy there? But yeah, Moira, I'm not going to be able to heal that much. It's very hard to like track the Mercy in that scenario. And yeah, I feel like our best chance to save the Mercy there is actually to slow and kill the Genji. So enemy teams are, yeah, pushing the objective here. They're kind of chasing me. I'm just like, yeah, maybe we can get some players to go in that direction, but no soldier hits us with the 2 rockets. So forced to rotate all the way back round towards the team. We'll cut through, see if we can get some nice little bouncing orbs. Fire one in distance. No idea why I aimed the second cross-orbal one at the Genji. It's probably because that's the direction I wanted to travel in, but I hadn't taken any damage, so it just looked like we're trying to heal him. As our team's making great progress on the bot here. Flat bounce. That flat bounce is good because players like hiding around that corner. Try and provide some healing for the team. A lot of players up front there. This orb's going to give Ryan Cyber Venom to reduce the healing in case the Kiriko tries to heal them in the air. It's going to be a very important ability to capitalize on the Sigma ults. As Lucio now pushes through, gets slowed down. Still quite speedy though. Soldier goes in with a visor. He didn't come out of that entrance, so we try this one, but no, he's rotated around again. We have hit him though. And now Kiriko clone gets slowed. Kiriko ults on point. We're in no rush here. We've got loads of time to play. So we can just make sure that we get this Ryan down before we go chase the bot. So we get a slowing orb over onto the Kiriko, who I guess just used the TP or didn't have a target to go to. Take the bot, and the round is ours. 2-1.
2-1. Quite the performance from these superstars.
Sigma again playing a really, really good game. They're certainly a good Sigma player.
The teams are facing off in clash.
So going into the clash round, Throne of Anubis.
The teams are gearing up.
Looking at our money, it's like, okay, we could get Extendrils. Like, we could just straight up buy that one. But I'm thinking, look, we've got the debuffs. We don't have too much ability power. So why don't we just get Nano Cola and Multi-Tool? Maybe. But then I'm like, look, there's other ways to do this. What if I was to sell a couple of these? Multi-Tool's got an extra 500 cash on it. So if I sell that, I can get 4k items. And it just so happens I could get Energized Braces, Nano Cola, and Custom Stock. And that's going to pretty much maximize the amount of AP that I can get. I have to sacrifice the armor, but, you know, we've got Cross Orbal for some sustain, so that should be okay. It's one of the skills that you should really try to perfect in Stadium, is looking at how much cash you've got. And even if you haven't picked the items, just work out kind of the costing. So if you've got 12k, you know that you could get 3-4k items. Or you could get an 11k item and a 1k item. And then you can start to try and figure those out just to maximize the spending. Which usually means you also maximize the stats. So it's a very tight compressed map, at least this middle section, which is great for Phantasm Orbs. Lucio's already pushed ahead. We don't want to push through the door yet because we know Fire Strikes are coming in and we're waiting for our play to go down. Now the fact that we saw the Lucio there, we already knew what they were going to try and play. Like wait for the double boot to get somebody who pushes up there, because we saw them jump there but they didn't make any further noise, so they were sat there. Ryan pushes all the way through, but he's not getting back out of that alive, surely. He actually does. We put an orb there to try and slow him down, but I think enemy Kiriko Suzu'd it. So push over onto the point, see if we can deny them capping it. Cross Orbal saving our life there. If we had got multi-ball, we would have probably debuffed more players, but yeah, we had nothing for survival there. Because, yeah, Genji definitely doesn't like this, and enemy Lucio is blaming the Ryan for some reason. I mean, there's not that much that they can do. So place Phantasm Orb at the choke, slow them down. Lucio pushes in, he's in a lot of trouble. We've got a Coalescence. Consider using it or consider saving it. Looks like we've got this under control, so we get to save our ult. Yeah, if Genji dashes to the point, the same thing happens. We just Phantasm and they're done. So smart from Genji to back off. Not so smart of the Genji there to push into us with that dash.
10 seconds until the objectives unlocked.
So now by a slowing anti-heal orb, jump up top. Now we do have our ult. Gotta be aware of Ryan shatters though. Not anymore. Genji dashes onto us. Look at the slow. He can't move after he's dashed. Like one of my YouTube comments said, how do you deal with a like a lifesteal melee Genji, right? And that's the answer. So now we can use our ult. We've got to be aware of shatter distance though, right? See how we know that Ryan hasn't used shatter? So we make sure that we can just sidestep behind an obstacle
2-1.
It's just you get that from experience. You get MVP again, but Kiriko's getting very, very rich on the enemy team, which is quite scary.
Up next, time to face off in control.
So again,
It's time for the team
I
to consult
want
their
something
playbook.
like Lumerico or Extendrils or Phantasmic Flux here. Simply, I need a survival item. Players start to get scary with their damage. Phantasmic Flux, brilliant with this kind of build. Just to have the weapon lifesteal and the ability lifesteal. Considering Chain Grasp here, it's an option. I think it probably also is the best option. We know that Kiriko's going to get that cleansing item. So by going Chain Grasp, what we would be saying is that we could transition away from debuffs and maybe go into a full weapon power build if we want. So yeah, Chain Grasp seems like the obvious choice. Multi-ball would just feed debuffs. Like, it would debuff a lot of the enemy team. But Kiriko cleansing it and getting the ult. So like, you know what? We've got 15% weapon power. It does make sense. It would be quite good. And then I see Deconstruction. I'm like, that's not something I've really built that much, but I'm doing a little bit of healing. I will burn the energy off, and then I get a damage amp, and my damage is already kind of crazy good. So we could go with that. And then we just think, multi-ball. What the hell? Let's just go for it, right? We're going to feed the Kiriko anyway. We don't want to get rid of Cyber Venom when we're against Genji, when we're against Lucio and Ryan. So we'll just deal with the Kiriko ult. And yeah, she's got that power, which is the one on the left side. I don't know the name of it. That one, cleansing something. So yeah, when she cleanses debuff, she gets 5% ult. So when lots of her heroes, her team are getting debuffs, that's a lot of ult charge that she gets. Don't gets taken down. So yeah, we've just got to deal with those. Okay, Sigma gets taken down. We do have a Mercy. Can we create the space to allow the res? Mercy's there. Everybody fell back, which is nice, so we get the res on that. Make our way over to the point, just try and fire an orb up top. I think it connected with the Lucio there, which just slows him down a bit. Go up top here. Lucio boops us back down, but it doesn't matter. We got our orbs away. And now we want to make sure that we're contesting the point, not just tunnel vision on where the tank's going. So we've got two players over here. The Kiriko isn't with them right now. So it makes sense for us to just slow them, attack them, deal damage, and yeah, force them out. And that meant that the players on the point do get taken down. So again, we'll deal with the ults. We've already got our ult ready. So Ryan wants to go for the Mega, so we try and deny that. Not try, we did. He didn't really need it though, but he was just getting out of kind of habit, you know. I've taken damage, health pack there, I'll take it. So Coalescence comes in. Genji is chasing us around, they do have beat. We try to get heals over to the Sigma, but we reacted a bit too late. So now we're just trying to slow the players attacking the rest of our team. Just hopefully give them either an escape route or make them easier to hit. Now Ryan's chasing the Mercy. Good movement from that Mercy player. Just to dodge the Ryan again, helped by Liquid Nitrogen. It's such a good, it's such a great one. Now we jump up here and didn't realise that the Genji was blading, and they opted to go for the Freya, who basically just deleted them. Like, we were a sick duck, but that's their choice, I guess. Orbs over onto the soldier just to deny them entry, and we take the game. But yeah, highly recommend if you're against Genjis, if you're against Lucios, or even just Ryan, right? Because of the whole weapon swinging speed builds that they come up with. Liquid Nitrogen is possibly the best item you can get. I hope this game showed some of it. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed that. I've got another game coming soon actually, where you'll see this Lucio player tilt a lot more. Probably tomorrow. See you next time.